cancer himself. It's not stopping his bowling, though. If you got a chance to go out and see how good he bowled at the USBCs this year.
Yeah.
He wrecked them. Bowled great. Sean's probably one of the greatest bowlers to come out of Missouri, period.
Sure.
And we wish him all the best and all the best health in the world moving forward. I know he's fighting this thing, and things are going good from what I understand, and he's always going to have to work on it and always have to go in for treatments and stuff, but right now he's doing really good. So
yep, it's great to hear.
If you're down in Springfield, support his pro shop. I know he'd like to see you walk through the door, wishing some well wishes, and drill up a new ball.
And he untied your shoe at the urethane
he did?
event.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, he just came up and untied my shoe out of nowhere.
Because we were up on a larger stage. We had a stage built for the viewing pleasure.
We're going to switch over to this other pair. Here's Andy Stone, like I talked about, power player. He's a big guy. Gets a strike on the live camera here. Get a chance at get a look at Larry's step, and you'll see Steve Keeler on lane 13. Keeler's the leadoff bowler. Keeler bowled leadoff for Central Missouri State University as well. Towards the end of his career there, he got matched up with a bunch of really good left-handers. Guys by the name of Art Brown, Doug Manhart, Jamie Flynn, Nick Farsace, just to name a few. Oh, and Jason Kaiser from West Allis, Wisconsin. And then there was Steve all by himself over on the right-hand side of the lane. Steve's always worked at his game. Steve's always taken the game very serious. He loves the game. And his late father, Dick, was just a tremendous guy. Doug and I both had the pleasure of bowling on the Travel League team in St. Louis, the Youth Travel League team, and Dick Keeler ran that team as good as any collegiate bowling program out there.
No kidding.
So, and of course, Steve's two twins and wife Linda are at home watching in Kansas City. There's Steve. Another shot, another strike. Steve Keeler.
Pete takes the break on the 2-8, 10 breaking up, and 9 spare double after that. So I don't think VT Hokey Nick has been in our chat this long ever before. Really appreciate that. We need to get together, man. We just can't ever seem to hook up. Nick's been traveling the country, and next time you take a trip to Jamaica or some of these far out lands, please, when you're booking the travel, give me a couple of days. Kim and I would like to make it along with you, please. you win the lottery or something?
No, they're just very smart. They're very smart with their money. They go to Costco all the time. They eat meals at home, and they split entrees at dinners.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. And then they get these all-inclusive deals, and then they just destroy it.
Yeah, and he says it's the no kids lottery. They don't have any children, so. Casey Dan checking in with us, one of our friends from the very beginning. Mike and Doug, Casey Dan says hi, another good job. Thanks, bud. We've come a long way. I know it's not good enough for old Bob, but we're getting there.
Yep. Put our best foot forward.
And there's a look at Aaron Jones. We just watched him throw a shot. Aaron's from the Chicago area, bowls a lot of TNBA events. He's a student of the game. He's a very smart bowler. He understands PAP, axis tilt, all those things. And every time I see him, his eyes light up, gives me a big hug, and love Mr. Aaron Jones. He's another great competitor out here. He's bounced around with a couple of different ball companies, but always a steady player. Knows how to attack tough patterns. A lot of respect for that young man. And he just spared up after a triple, so 999 spare for Mr. Jones. There's a song about Mr. Jones by the Counting Crows, one of my least favorite bands of all time. I don't remember the name of it, but it goes Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones and me.
No, the name of the song, I think it is Mr. Jones. VT Hokey Nick again with all the wise comments in here. What about Bob? Which reminds me, that's one of my favorite movies of all time with Bill Murray. I love the scene around the dinner table when Faye, Richard Dreyfuss's Leo Marvin, actually.
Can I get the right bay
a little bit?
Thanks.
Make some mashed potatoes, and he's just like, Faye, this is delicious. Richard Dreyfuss, who's Leo Marvin, says, Bob, will you shut up? Then the whole family looks at him and is like, Leo, my God. And then he's putting away the dishes. And he's like, we're singing in the rain. And then, like, thunder strikes, so he's sitting in a raincoat in the living room waiting for the rain to go away. Faye says, do you think, would you like to stay over? He goes, oh, you mean sleep over? And he and the little kid have to sleep on the bunk beds and say they have Tourette's. So that's a great movie. I recommend it. Get Netflix or Blockbuster, whatever you call that. That's what I'm subscribed to, Tim and I. Blockbuster Online, whatever that is.
Oh, shoot. You just got a good look at somebody we just had on our fan cam, Tom Adcock there, with the strike up in the fourth frame. That puts him at a turkey, and he is playing an outside portion of the lane. But I don't know what ball. We also have Danny Wiseman. Is he any relation to Lucas Wiseman?
No relation.
Yeah. We got Who Do You Think You Are, I Am up on 19. And 10 back. That's strike spare 3-bagger for PDW.
And it could be a lot worse for Pete. As you said earlier, 2-8-10, 2-8 falls out late, one errant shot, and that's what these challenge patterns that are created by Kegel do. It makes you make a shot, and you got, instead of having 8 boards at the arrows or 5 boards at the arrows, you might have 3, which is a huge spot for a guy like PDW. But then in addition to that, you also have to have that correct release
and your ball speed still has to be consistent. So
Right.
basically, if you can hit 3 boards, be consistent with your ball speed, and be consistent with your release, you can average 230 or higher on this. That's what I think, anyway.
As Dave Barris walks off on a 5-bagger.
Thanks, VT Hokey Nick. It's about time for Costco. Well, tell him we said hello. Appreciate
Why,
it.
hello.
Yeah, it's wow. Wow. We'll find out if PDW&D did make a ball change, Ryan Martin.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't got much of an update on the Barron information, so we'll see what we can figure out on that. Once again, Doug, I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is leave the booth.
Yep.
We really need to get a third person in here to bounce some things around with us. See if we can't pull somebody out of the crowd.
They got TW. She's helping collect scores for
Tracy
brackets,
Weber's
so
on the tournament committee now.
so she can't do it. There's the Queen Bee up on 17 there. Looks like he went split, spare, strike. Obviously, it looks like, for you guys that don't know, we've got the standings up through 3 games. Solid 9 Pro Shop setting 3506. Second, Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3501. Team Barris, 3415. InsideBowling.com, there's our boys, 3325. Good thing we gave them those jerseys. They're magical. Thanks to Jim and I for making us those jerseys.
You should have standings for game 3 up already.
Yep.
So, okay.
Thank you, sir. The tournament staff, Dennis Hacker, is coming down to let me know that the standings were up through 3 games as I was reading off the scores. It's just a step ahead of them there. As you see, one of the Chad wreckers, Chad Kloss, converting his 10-pin on lane 17. Get another good look at Tom Adcock on lane 18. And you'll have the second part of the Chad wreckers on a 5-bagger. Sorry, I thought Dave Barris was bowling anchor, but Chad Moss up on 19 with the re-rack, and he currently has the front 5.
We've got standings up through game number 3, everybody.
Yeah, we went through that already.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
We went through that, and Dennis Hecker came up and tapped me and said, "Hey, you got standings up through game 3."
Okay.
I just said, "Thanks, Dennis."
Yeah, and it refreshes automatically and down below like every 5 minutes. So if you need it quicker than that, just refresh your browser. Although you might have to sit through a commercial again. But yeah, it's Solid 9 Pro Shop up top by 5 pins over Turbo 2-in-1. I just got done talking with Riggles and Gail Myers down there, and they told me that this side of the house is hooking more off the spot because of the heat. And as you move towards the higher end of the house, lanes 27 through 30-ish, which they're down there now, it's much cooler, but they're tighter down lane, which makes sense.
Okay.
So they've had to make a couple of moves. I was down watching our InsideBowling.com team, and 2 of the players have the first 5, Mike Dole and Shea Bittenbender. So we'll keep an eye on them. They sit nice in 4th position.
They do.
And right now, our cutoff after 3 games, 10th place, Team Westner, plus 242. So the scores have gone up. It was 130 after 2, 240 after 3. So the scores have gone up considerably.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be about 60, 65 over a game.
Yeah,
now it's around 80.
80. So we're looking at about 800 over now.
That 730 number you spit out there is going to be pretty close.
I think so, bud.
They could fall back off here.
PDW 4 in a row. Getting a lot of friend requests here on Facebook. Don't forget, look us up on Facebook and Twitter. Inside Bowling, it's our name on there. Or you can give myself a friend request, Mike Flanagan, facebook.com/the Mike Flanagan, or as I like to say on Monday Night Football, the Mike Flanagan, like the Ohio State University. Jim Riffle just sent over a friend request. Ricky Bacon. Speaking of bacon, that sounds pretty good right now.
Bacon's always good. Did you see my picture here of us as my Facebook?
Oh, yeah, I love that one. I look so fat in that old school open with the shoulder pads and stuff and that suit that I got from the thrift store.
You want me to change it?
No, it's all right.
What else we got? Remember this one?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
We got an old school InsideBowling.com.
Doug's getting friend requests now. Appreciate you watching us, Mike.
From the old IB show. What do you think? Have you had any feedback on, has anybody even noticed that we're not on the airwaves?
I've had some people, but they think that we're just taking a hiatus right now because it's not the winter season. We got to figure out what we're going to do with our IB show, because with as much other things that we have to do, it's really not something we have to do, so we'll figure it out. We should do them at a place like this and just tape them.
Yeah.
Play them somewhere else later, have live interviews. I'm going to switch you back over to our other bay, bay number 1.
Look at Andy Stone going Brooklyn for a strike. He'll take it gladly. It's a double for him. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was one in a row. And actually, now we're getting to look at another old friend.
Who's that? Tell me, who's that?
Well, Jason Jones is on that team, who I bowled a lot of juniors with. But their second bowler here's got the first 6. I'm not sure who this is. We know we got Caleb Wimmels out there watching today. Bidding for 7. He's got it. First 7 right there. Andy. Who is that?
What's up?
His name's Dustin.
Hi, Dustin.
Dusty Hopkins. Front 7. Keep an eye on that, Doug. So Jason Queen and Adcock and those guys here right in front of us. Queen's got 72 in the 5th. Not very good. The rest of the team seems to be bowling pretty well, though. I just got a private message from Bob here.
Yeah.
Doug.
How you doing, Mindy?
It says, "Dear Mike,
You want to get in the booth here?
the only reason why I'm watching your broadcast today is because I'm a professional weed puller. And it's raining where I'm at today. Otherwise, I would not be watching this broadcast. I take a lot of pride in pulling weeds and making $1.50 per hour. Keep up the good work. I'm on dial-up. That's most of my problems." Thanks, Bob. I appreciate you clarifying that.
No kidding. We got Mindy selling tickets. You want to buy any tickets? Buy some tickets.
Yeah. What's the deal here?
How many designs do you want?
We'll take, we'll get $20 worth.
I got my sugar daddy here.
Yeah, we're getting $20 worth of tickets here for the
I got
fundraiser.
my sugar daddy here.
Nice.
Having him pull out, but we're supporting a good event and 50-50 here. I didn't do any of this. I don't know whose all that crap is.
What is it?
One of the cups are mine.
Okay, we're up here getting our tickets right now. You're watching the KC Tournaments team here as well. Steve Keeler, Larry Stepp, and company.
What were we thinking, trying to provide a live stream for free for a big event? Mike?
Yeah, I don't.
What were
it
we
doesn't
thinking?
bother me. It makes a lot more sense now that Bob has emailed me and let me know that he's a weed puller. You know, weed pullers have high expectations. You know,
Right.
I don't know if you've ever checked it out, but Monsanto's in St. Louis, and they're a chemical company, and the weed pullers have to always figure out what the right chemical is to kill off the weeds so they're easier to pull. So for him to be that analytical of this broadcast makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's all give Bob some credit. Since he's a professional weed puller, you know, they got to have the correct stuff. So I understand, Bob, every weed you pull,
You know if it's a Kentucky bluegrass weed. You know if it's like zoysia. You know everything. You know if it's topsoil, if it's clay. As you get a look at Jeff Carter over there.
Is it?
Oh, here we're going to give you an update right now. Live scoring. Jeff Carter, front 6.
Oh.
There you have it.
There you have it.
Actually, if you tune in to...
There's a lot of trust.
If you have a CB around here, we're on CB channel 12.
Yeah.
And we've actually got somebody walking lane to lane just yelling out the scores, live scoring feed. But you have to be within about I think it's a 3-block radius of the building to be able to get that feed.
Maybe Mindy would do it for us. Ooh. All right, so if we got the Queen Bee coming up on 17 here.
There he is. He's struggling. 72 in the 5th. That's a good pitch right there. Leaves the 10.
TurboTech. What is that? Do you know that product?
TurboTech. It's a camp that they do. It's the TurboTech camp.
Okay. So and then it's obviously Turbo 2-in-1 grips.
Yeah, Bob Learn's really involved with that. Bob Learn is someone you and I have both met over the last couple of years with the live streaming stuff that we do, and he does a great job with them. He's very passionate about it and does a really good job. And here's Lonnie Wallachek. Got a live scoring update for Bob. Lonnie had the first 5. Now it's an 8 spare. He's got 118 in the 4th. So there you go, Bob. Camden Rokito over there has got the hot hand going. He's got a 7-bagger. So, Bob, that's a max score for you, 290 over there, bud. Bob also says here in the chat, wants to really put us in our place, Doug. I think it needs to be said over the airwaves. He says, weed pulling's an honest profession that pays a day's wage, unlike what these guys are doing. Little did you know that we petitioned Congress 2 years ago to get approved funding for this.
Right. Still waiting for that to come through.
We may cry that we don't make any money or that we have to pay for all this equipment out of pocket, but it's been 100% funded by Congress. It's the first bill in many, many years that both the Republicans and the Democrats were able to come together and vote unanimously that we needed to be granted that money. So, Bob, the joke's on you.
You know, if we did have a camera on the ocean, we would miss all this live coverage of this charity event, so to speak. But if we were watching the ocean, at least we'd be on the beach.
Walk on the ocean. Thanks, Ryan Martin, for joining us today. We'll keep you posted on what's going on, and we'll see your check-in later or tomorrow with us. Thank you, Ryan, for all the support you always give us.
We are 6 frames to 8 frames through in our pods here, the live stream portion of the Mary Teubner Team Challenge, Springfield, Illinois. We've got one more game to go, and we're going to take a break, and the tournament staff is going to put out Kegel's Broadway pattern. Mike and I are going to enjoy some fine food here at the snack bar inside the bowling center. They have an awesome staff. Everybody was in the bar last night, and they took great care of us. That place was packed and getting rowdy. They did a great job, so hats off to Jeff once again.
We have done a bit of a poor job here. Dusty Hopkins did get the strike for the front 8 over here on our left pair.
That was my next.
So, actually, we've got a lot of coverage here that we really need to get up to speed. First of all, PDW working on 9 spare. See him up on your screen. Oh, Stone's an 8. Stone 8. Reminds me of the position round game at the U.S. Open. But obviously this is not the U.S. Open, but just remember watching that live on Extra Frame. Pete quick up now just to throw it to spare. And the team, they're crossing with Doug.
Yeah, they're bowling against my Barras boys.
So who's anchoring that team that has the front 8?
That's Chad Moss. I
Okay.
told you he'd probably average 250 today, and then he'll win Bowler's Journal, and you won't hear or see him again. He's like he just swoops in. He's like Batman.
So right here in front of us, we've got a chance at the free stability strikes if someone shoots 300. You got Chad Moss. Then you've also got Jeff Carter and Dusty Hopkins. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. We'll keep the cameras moving for you.
My next walk through the concourse, I'm going to get some pictures. This doesn't have a flash on it, does it?
No.
Did that last one upload to the site there?
Did you just upload it?
I uploaded one.
Was it one of them that was already uploaded?
It might have been. But it wasn't through the upload process.
Yeah, it's on there twice, so it did upload.
Sure it is here. So what do I do now? Options.
Get out of that. I think you got to go over here. Doug's over here with the iPad trying to figure out taking some pictures. Pretty cool.
Hey, you know what we can do? What's up?
Rokita is working on 290. He's got a big cheering section here.
A video? Can I get these on video?
Yeah, you can upload videos.
Should I take a video?
For the threes, if they're, yeah. All right, Doug's found a new toy, and we're happy to see that he's got it working.
Action going on here. Too much for me to be out of the booth taking pictures. We've got Chad Moss up on 19 and 20 with the front 8. And
here's Hopkins right here looking for the first 9.
booyah.
He's got it, front 9.
We have like 3 pairs of socks in question.
Donna Johnson.
She shoot 300 on
she's
any
looking
other
wants to
pair,
see
so
the
you
other
get a pair
pair.
of
So
these
yeah,
socks.
we are trying
Now
to
we
skip
have
around
3
here a little bit.
in question.
Jeff Carter has the first 7, so we'll go back over to this pair.
They're supposedly
Jason Jones.
stability strike socks.
Bringing you continuing action here from the Mary Teubner Team Challenge. This is qualifying 5 games now on Abbey Road, then 5 games today about 4:15 on Broadway. Both are Kegel patterns. Mike Flanagan along with Doug Lakey here bringing you the action. Mary Teubner was a young lady that passed away in 2001 that was the maid of honor in Jeff Carter's wedding and very close friend of Jeff's, and she passed away. Jeff Carter said we need to raise some money for this terrible disease we call cancer, and he's been doing it for 11 years. We're here helping him raise money this weekend and bring you all the action live. We've got a great feed. We've got lots of information here for you, and we're here to bring it to you. Tomorrow the bowlers will come back. Top 10 teams will bowl round robin Baker match play.
A lot of bonus pins at stake tomorrow. You get 25 for each win, and if you sweep the other team, you get an additional bonus of 50. Currently right now, setting up top the leaderboard is Solid 9 Pro Shop from Decatur, Illinois, which has Who Do You Think You Are, Pete Weber, anchoring that team, along with Anthony Lacaze. Corey Kistner, Rick Coy, and Camden Rokita. They've got a big crowd here. Every time they strike, you hear it here in the building. This weekend we're giving away free Stability Strikes, stabilitystrikes.com. It's a new bowling sock. It's very comfortable, and there's a lot of folks in the bowling industry that are really promoting these socks. I wear them myself. I really like them. Check them out.
Do they stabilize you?
They do. They're very comfortable, too. It doesn't hurt your feet as bad when you're standing on them all day when you're bowling. We're giving those away to anybody that shoots 300 across these 8 lanes. And
we have 3 of them in question right now. Chad Moss did throw the 9th one. I didn't hear if you...
No, I switched over to this other pair. We have some family members that wanted to watch their...
Yeah. You on Mark Johnson right now? Good. There he is, Donna. Where's the video?
Just in case, I'm going to see if I can get one. You got one there?
How you bowling? Okay, here's a look at Jeff Carter. It's on the first 7. There we go. He's starting to feel it now. This is a part of the house. It's a little bit warmer. They're getting into it now. They're high-fiving, and Carter's got the first 8. Queen now has been struggling, their anchor bowler. He's got 91 in the 6th with a spare up in the 7th. Also, we got to keep an eye on our pair over here to the right, front 9. Well, we're going to step away from that and go back over here because Dusty Hopkins is going to be up in just a minute with the front 9, bidding for 3 bills. I was trying to figure out who the anchor bowler is over there.
I think I'll mess with anybody trying to record this.
I would just do the last ball. That could be way too long of a video to upload.
That'll help so I can jump around too because I won't be able to get all the 10 frames.
So Doug Lakey's going to try to get video footage of this to be able to upload as well on these 3 300s that are at stake.
I'll do the sock presentation too.
Why don't you grab that camera and just slightly tilt it to the right so we get the full approach. We're actually going to move that camera a little bit. Get the full approach here of Dusty Johnson. It's going to be up on lane number 16.
What do you mean? Turn it? Slide the whole thing?
No, you grab that black thing that's sticking out, and just slide it left so the whole camera tilts right. Okay, here we go. Front 9, Dusty Johnson. Sorry, Dusty Hopkins. All right, so we jinxed him. Black Cloud. He's got 279 left. So we got 2 more bids for 3 bills over on our other pairs.
I said the same thing, or we might just stay here. Definitely a good shot. Definitely not my other.
Someday, just think we could have remotes for that. You can sit here and take a little time.
Chad Moss, not Chad
Moss is Spanish for more.
Sorry guys, I had some technical difficulties up here. I was trying to bring you to action and take care of these other things that were going on up here. So anyway, so it's Chad Moss up here. He's going to be up on lane 19 here in just a minute. He's on Team Barris with Dave Barris, Chris Pearson, Chad Kloss, and Bill Gusco. So he's got the first 9. We're going to get a chance to bring you the action live here on IBTV here at the Mary Teubner. Bowlers are in game number 4. They're wrapping up game number 4. Also, you're going to see Jeff Carter here right in front of us. He's on the front 8 right now. He's tournament director, running the event. Got off to a slow start, 170 the first game because he was trying to take care of a bunch of things around here. I know how that is. And he's looking for the front 9, and he came back high-fiving his teammates. So the energy level's starting to get amped up a little bit here before the late lunch break. It was Dusty Hopkins with 279 over here on lanes 15 and 16.
Hey, Dusty, blame it on him. He lose the camera on. I was scared of the socks.
Dusty said that he was afraid of the socks, so that's why he didn't shoot 300. And here's Carter. He 4 pins now. So no socks for Jeff Carter. Still, he's got 279 left. And can you point that camera a little right after that pair? Yeah. Wesley Edwards over here. Danny Wiseman's coming into the picture now. Move the camera here so we can capture Anthony Lacaze and Pete Weber, but bowling across from Pete Weber is none other than Chad Moss, who has the first 9. It's pretty cool to bowl against Pete Weber in a tournament. Not actually against, but even through the qualifying here, as the right teams are skipping 2 pairs, moving right, and the left teams are skipping 2 pairs and moving left, going through the house. You bowl with different opponents every game. Lacaze is going to have, looks like 213, 279 from Camden, Rokita. They have 2-teen and 2-0 from Kistner. Might be 2-teen, 2-teen from Kistner.
and Coy. Jason Queen looking for a double. He can save 2-0 out of this game, which would be huge. Shot in the ninth, he gets it. Lacaz looks like he made a ball change. He's going to shoot 2-11. This is a team that's been leading the tournament thus far. Solid 9 Pro Shop, Rick Coy, Lacaz, Kistner, Rokita, and Weber. There's Team Barras. Dave Barras, Chris Pearson, Chad Kloss, Bill Gusko, and now here's Chad Moss in the front 9. Looking for the first 10. And all 3 of our competitors 4-pinned. All at different points in the action, though. So that goes to show you, I guess the lanes are starting to transition. They're starting to hook even more and more, especially here in the middle of the house. So there'll be no 300s here. We had 3 bids for it. Still exciting action here in the middle of the bowling center as we begin to wrap up game number 4 of a 5-game block. And even though we left a 4-pin and the excitement's gone, we still have probably the most exciting bowler on the planet throwing a shot for you there right next door. And he trips the 4-pin. Take that. As he dices up the pins. Looks like Pete's got 248 left. So it looks like the Decatur Solid 9 Pro Shop, 1197 it looks like they shot that game. So they continue to roll here. 1100 to 1200 is a hell of a score here, and they just keep clipping right along, anchored by Pete Weber. And Anthony Lacaz is a hell of a team bowler, and to be bowling on that team, they're really doing well together, and they're meshing well. So good to see them striking a lot. Good to see them bowling well today. Looks like Doug's back. He was out with the iPad, and I don't know how that went for you, bud, but 3 4-pins is what we ended up with out there, you know?
Through all of that, I got 1 picture and no video. Fighting the crowds.
Oh, see, when you leave the booth, it's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
Well, hey, by the way, what happened to the crushed ice back there? They didn't have any?
No.
They had it yesterday.
But, well, we have a lot of friends and family here today, and it really is. I feel for those journalists that don't get the, like in the NFL, the guys that don't get to go right down on the end zone, like, you know, for their pictures.
Yeah.
Because here we are, we got 3 300s going, and there's crowds forming in all 3 areas. I'm trying to get some feed, you know, for our for things that we need, but I have to stand in front of somebody to do that. And they're looking at me like, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you need a video or a picture. Why did you just walk in front of me? So it's what's up, Dole? Hey, we need you. Yep. we're gonna go to our fan cam, and we got Mike Dole. Yep.
All right, here he is, Mike Dole.
Mike Dole,
He's on the
how you doing?
InsideBowling.com team.
There's a
today.
camera right here.
What's going on?
How you doing today?
We're doing all right. We just shot 1160, 1170 if Brad struck out. So
Yeah.
we had that one bad game, but everything's going good. Everything's starting to click. So
Good.
Are you happy to be sporting the InsideBowling.com?
absolutely. I mean, these shirts are great. We're bowling good. Maybe it's good luck charms.
Man,
Yeah.
we'd love to see you there tomorrow. Now, the thing is we want you to wear the same shirts tomorrow.
So that means you're going to wash them tonight then,
Well,
right?
what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm going to go get some Febreze, and I'm going to Febreze the living bejesus out of them, and then put them through a dryer.
Well, we're a couple big boys. It might need more than Febreze.
Yeah.
Have you seen Chris? He's a big guy,
There's
and it is hot in here.
there's a
Yeah,
couple
I know. We're
dry
gonna have
cleaners close,
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
but we won't get them. We won't get them back till
24-hour laundromat, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but we're striking. Shea Bit's on fire. So
Good.
He had front 8 last game. We're up 10.
Yeah.
I mean, we all had 260s going. I mean, 3 of us, and I didn't strike out. Griffin never had a 7-bagger in his life. Throws it through the face.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but everything's looking good. We're going to be right here, I guess, 17, 18. So
nice.
Oh, even better.
Perfect.
Oh,
We're
man.
finishing in front of the camera. So
Oh, we're
Hey.
excited.
Well, we got some stability strike socks for anybody that can shoot
Even better.
300.
got to shoot
Yeah.
300.
We had 3 opportunities there. I jinxed every one of them. I
Black cloud.
grabbed the iPad and was going to video it.
As soon as you do that, that's what happens.
I
you
didn't.
know?
I was quiet. I was in the back. I wasn't down right in front or anything. But
Yeah.
how's Pro Shop?
Everything's going
cool?
good. Yeah, just moved back to Rockford, running a shop for Cliff Barnes.
Yeah.
It's going real good.
Yeah.
It's where I'm from, so it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a good guy to run for, a good company. I mean, he's got
Good.
18 shops across the country, so it's real growing. We just opened another one in Orlando.
Good.
So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's good. So
Good.
Cliff Barnes is a friend of ours. Now we've worked with them on some Columbia promotions.
Okay.
And we're going to be working on some really big stuff next summer through those pro shops. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cliff's a great guy. I love working for him. Like I said, we got the best pro shop guys in the business. So I mean,
Good.
we're continuing to grow, and yeah. But he's great with Columbia and all the EBI brands. So I mean,
Yeah. Here's
What's the
Carter
good here?
down there.
Yep.
Striking it up.
Well,
Oh, look at the messenger.
it's his home house. He's
279.
gonna strike a little
Right.
bit.
we'll go get him the last game, and good luck
All
to
right,
you guys.
We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Keep it
Okay,
up.
great.
That was Mike Dole supporting the InsideBowling.com team. Mike and I put up $15,000 today in brackets and their team sponsorship.
Yeah, we did.
So hopefully we can at least get our money back and buy another camera that can show the scoring monitors above the lanes as well for the rest of our fans out there
For the live scoring for Bob.
for the live scoring feature.
1197 InsideBowling.com shoots.
Yeah, they did.
It's a good number.
I wouldn't say it. I hope I didn't black cloud those guys. I never even pulled out the iPad.
No,
I just was standing. I just stood up, really.
Every time I hyped it up just a little bit, it was 4-pin for every one of them. Here's Lonnie Waldcheck, too, former PBA. Did he ever win a title? He won a title, didn't he? Help us out in the chat. Let us know if Lonnie Waldcheck's got a title. For some reason, I don't know that.
Is this B Squared's iPad or
No, it's mine.
it's IB's or Mike Flanagan's?
Both.
You need to sign one over one way or the other. Everything's cut and dry now. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just got Mike speechless, ladies and gentlemen. If we had if I was on the board over there with the tunes, there would be the hand clapping going off right now. We don't have any sound hooked up, do we? Any
Well,
sound
no,
effects?
the reason for that is we're using the mothership, which hangs out
Right.
at Brian's house,
Right.
and he doesn't have all the music loaded on there or anything.
That's fine. That's
And,
probably better.
I've got about 20 songs on a playlist over there. And here's Danny Wiseman. We haven't even really talked about him.
Can I? You got the game 5 pairings there.
Oh, yeah.
We're wrapping up game 4. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Jeff Carter's got a double up real quick in the 10th, 11th. One more for 279. Should I do another dart? All right, so I'm done with that. Game 5, lane 13 and 14, we got Team Barris. Lane 14, we got E.E. Thomas Garage. John Thomas, Jeff Smith, Gary Robinson, Carl Burdick, and Sean Reed. 15 and 16, we got Team Henninger. Mark Henninger, Joe Bush, Dallas Baldridge, Jesse James, and Brian Goebel. Team 16, we got Team Zika, Greg Zika, Pete Spreadberry, Liz Johnson, Dave Armstrong, Clay Herbach. Lane 17, our boys, IB, Griffin, Bittenbender, Chris Taylor, Brad Miller, Mike Dole. 18, LaSalle, County 5, Scott Weber, Ron Cope, Joe Zakal, Scott Vickery, JT Dant. 19 and 20 is Team Vox, Tyler Vox, Danny Spink, Cody Clayton, John Brocklin, Jeff Young. And lane 20 is Team Style, Mike Style, Vince Biondo, Jack Sullivan, Kurt Amsiger, and Aaron Jones.
Perfect. You guys are coming right here.
Yeah. No, I want them socks.
That's right. Yeah, our team's coming through here.
We got Mindy in the booth as well. She's not hopping in.
Yeah, she could put the headset on.
You want to put this on?
No, not interested.
They're fired up, ready to go.
I'm going to work on our booth cam.
Mike's going to work on the booth cam. I'm going to work. Lonnie has 2 titles, Mike.
Maybe that's why he's Wallcheck 2.0. Didn't he reinvent himself a couple years ago? Called himself Wallcheck 2.0?
I like that, yeah. Maybe it's because he has 2 titles. Who knows?
Oh, we were still in 4th. Nice.
Yeah. All right. We'll get you over to the left side there. These guys are fired up, ready to go. You're going to see Clay shooting at the 3.610 on 16. He had a 300 earlier today, but it wasn't on featured pairs, so he didn't get a pair of socks. But then we got our IB boys down on 17 and 18.
You can see how people get confused about this. One more. Yeah.
Am I married? Yeah. Yeah. Why would I do? Oh.
Who's that?
Who's that?
No, but who I'm not. No, I just want to know who's. We like to know that stuff. Who's inquiring?
Mindy that was sitting next to you.
I know Mindy.
I know.
Yeah. Why? I know. We're already friends.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Reintroduction.
I was going to find somebody for her, you know.
Wow. Wow. How the West was won.
I told you.
Yeah, you did. Doug just had somebody come up and ask if he was married. And we're like, why? I was like, why?